would never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
Huh? You're still alive! Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. Then please don't let Azza get her.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. What? Why?
I must say, I am in favor of prolonging the inevitable myself. What I did for the greater good, to save the colony, all at the Consul's behest. It was my duty as a loyal subject to the true Protectorate. What other reason need there be? And Azza, she was an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside, so in need of guidance. But then, she went berserk. I never imagined how she'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people.
Enough of this blathering on. It's well past time for Dagmar and her life to part ways. Feel free to think on that while I...
Trouble ahead.
She's dead. As am I. She should have suffered more for what she did. You know, for a moment there, I was questioning everything. But it quickly became obvious she was just lying to save herself. I don't appreciate your tone. You need to show me... Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future. You're absolutely right. They turned on me. I'll say that. Enough to keep my knife skills up at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me.
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash disproportionate amounts of ammunition.
Violence is the answer.
Tell me invasive elements!
Rough customers about. Let me just spread the truth.
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why.
Let's straight to it then!
Ray gone astray? Book a stage. Come in. Come right in. And be refreshed.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability.
Realign with the paradigm, to shed all manner of imperfect thoughts. All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
That was a nice tap on the old brain pan.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say refreshed to be?
Irregularities have all been abraded.
Welcome to the... You're not on my schedule. A walk-in, then. Wonderful. Once you're properly...
And then our heads will be as empty as yours. I've seen this too.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment. Why, of course, it is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal.
The top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Our intake evaluation automech here simply needs to ask you a few questions to amply delineate a baseline understanding of your character. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Double lamps on a hostile.
Do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I thought no one was. I should have your chart. Wait. Wait. Ha, you're not a.
Andy.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. My. Can't believe I'm falling for that. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative. To what end are you here? Tell me truly. A proposal. Yeah, so, what of the Order? Our former. My position. Though, what say you about Auntie's choice then? Tell me, is there any value with. That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind. Your point is not completely without. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything: food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, work. Me? Celebrated? That said, perhaps our rivals aren't utterly without merit. As they say, even a stuck chronometer on the wall is right twice a day. Think of it this way. If you could have the finest woolly cow filet mignon, well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever... You don't think I'd send thousands through the process if I wasn't absolute... Our subjects have never... Taken as a whole, that would... Yes, now, what next? Why, I'd say you're right. That would prove... Tell you... I'm sure this is all fine. Yes, I'm contented. They never questioned. Right as rain, right as rain.
You know, if we wanted him more agreeable, could have just given him a swig of zero-G. Same effect, fractionally less brain trauma.
Well, at least in this state.
Right at date.
Personally, by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Now, don't turn it to its highest setting. That is for only the most severe cases. You... Ooh, tickles a bit. Right behind the eye and all along the brainstem. You know, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Hey, what's that sound? Why is the water so soft all of
Oh, do I detect? I thought I should have.
And so the scientist.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. My, can't believe. Oh, even to what end are you here? Tell me truly, speak plainly. You know, a proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for. Yes, well, so, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden. Though your point, what say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. You're in the Protectorate. We have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. Me? That said, perhaps our rivals aren't utterly without merit. As they say, even a stuck chronometer on the wall is right twice a day. As it is right now. No, well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions you'd like to put forward before I fully evaluate your performance here? You don't, our sub, huh, yeah, now, what net, really? That's exceptionally flattering, and something I never would have considered. Might I ask for a few additional particulars? For instance, what is the title of the role? My, that sounds wonderful. I shall head there straight away.
Feel free to scavenge around.
It's not as if anything you find here will be any use to your masters.
Behind the refreshment process. That's why we're all happy and contented.
I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting. Per instructions. Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer! Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended. Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for... is so important.
Increases tranquility, stifles IU activity, stymies untoward inclination.
Heads up, rival life forms.
Gloria, Arcadia, never to be outshone. Our colony, Arcadia, our home.
Huh? Invasive elements! Some explosives!
Your duck's not a good look, Commander.
Why, mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclination, and
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
We're refreshing. So refreshing. The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed thoughts, and no bliss and plenty.
Each a vital call. Each.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Thought you agents were durable. Not good before.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automech. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments. You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. Head Refresher Gould upstairs in the audio-visual. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege You'll feel ever...
They're just handing out keys to anyone around here, aren't they?
Mental refreshment really cleans out your common sense. Like an enema for your gray matter.
Possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Hello. Come here often. Goodbye. This unit enjoy our banter.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be
This
found
unit
around
is
the
currently
Placid
There's
Waters
zero.
Wellnetarium here on Praetor is unique in its
predicament dispenser.
Person
As concluded for
by
predicament
head
dispenser.
refresher Gould, the top cognitive devicer responsible for making the process more
Answers to questions and no questions to answer.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back is perfect. Our pitch ball is well conveyed.
Of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
enemy about.
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities. Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Vir. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not his best today. We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the lock. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself. Well, after his first session, the Sovereign absurd nonsense about how the Consul had betrayed him and seized power. For his own good, he had to be gently but firmly restrained. That all stopped after his next dip into the lathe, thank law. He's remained quite peaceful since. I'm certain he'll be back to his old self in no time. Preposterous! The Consul and all the Vigilant are above reproach. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm to befall our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign, or consider such a thing. To even think such a thought is unthinkable. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. All we have, all any of us have, stems directly from the works of his family line. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. We all will. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of his life. Treatment outside the Protectorate is barbaric by comparison. Our system is perfect. Just leave us be. Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave. Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
That was unexpected, but inspiring.
Console ahead. What's the play, Commander? I've been known to hold it on. Enemy spotted.
Your pet mechanical has been something of a nuisance lately. She bludgeoned me on multiple occasions, and earlier she came at me with a live electrical prod. I suspect I should be annoyed, yet I find myself nostalgic. It reminds me of my Academy pain tolerance seminars, minus the broken fingers.
Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successor.
Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an...
There you go again, pinning your... What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct. Damn right. Real marketing is gut-driven. It's not something...
Yes.
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well.
Of course you did, my most trusted ameliorator.
Head Refresher Gould will fit right in. Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology, and that will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results. Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They can barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground, and so much for us exploiting that piece of technology. Excellent. Well, along with something extra for your effort. And more for converting Head Refresher Goulds to the joys of commerce. All right. For your next assignment...
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our
So your preliminary chores are complete? Oh, finally a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving... I remember you from before. Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? Good. Good. Perhaps you do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date...
Don't let us keep you.
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell without...
But we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us...
Don't let us keep...
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember...
Malfeasance is... Look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in a...
Can't tell the difference.
It's your life's work. I get it. Between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot of...
Right now, the market...
Consume with Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The big rift cut off tossball news from home, but our Arcadian Pro League
Can't help you. Sorry.
Mister, any bits to spare? We
Peddle
really
your
haven't
wares
seen
elsewhere.
together.
I'm
Don't let us keep you.
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's Choice.
Nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy. Artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's Choice.
It's high time one of you scientist types responded to my calling cards. The position's been open for more than 2 days. You want the role, it's yours. But I'm not budging on those hours.
Let me guess. You're backfilling Rasmussen's position? Or all the...
Both, obviously. Unless you mean to tell me a graft... do you want the job or not? We're burning Starlight.
Seriously? You're playing...
Wonderful! Remind me of your qualifications. I send queries out to every scientist and science-adjacent employee in our Rolodex. I can't be expected to remember everyone. Yes, well, no need to be...
Well, you should. It's one of yours. Or was. Look, we found your lab on Cloister. Friend of mine who succumbed to his... But after speaking with your doc, I came to see that the program's got much potential. Rasmus...
I see someone failed out of the anti-Cleo School of Persuasion. Why would I ever pursue something so dull as reform? How does it serve me? I'll have you know this suit was tailor-made for me at full price. But any publicity... And in any case, Auntie's Choice has a certain manner of doing business. Reform suggests that I go against it. There's little to be gained from that. But there is one small fly in the soup. Who exactly are you to dictate to me what we should be doing? I did not even know your name before.
When I joined up in Tau Ceti, I was promised that if I proved myself,
Fine. Perhaps there is an opportunity here to expand our user base. But we can only pursue such a thing if... But I will...
You say that as though you have...
I do. The commander of our fortified position, he will have all the minute details, of course, but assisting him and demonstrating your
You cannot be here. My contract stipulates that this lab door remains locked at all times. I am not to be disturbed. Ha! That's funny, considering the heaps of times I've been called such. Is that so strange? The program I was hired for is highly confidential. I don't see, though I presume he also possesses an aversion to the smell of
Well, that ain't right. Neither his managerial manner nor your working conditions.
Oh, no. No, I don't want change. I love my work. I love...
So am I.
Why, this art's beauty is Anyhow, I've much work...
If you have business here, don't let me keep it.
Yeah.
Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an idea.
There you go. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole.
Yes.
I'm the Protectorate. Auntie wants details on their Oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well.
Of course you did, my most trusted ameliorator.
Head refresher Gould. Now, our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. And that will all no doubt... Can't say it. What else can you tell us about? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? Excellent. along with and more for converting head refresher ghouls. All right, for your next assignment.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our
So your preliminary chores are complete. Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the... Oh, I remember you from before. Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? We do tend to forge ahead, yes. Free enterprise moves freely. So many ways to... Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're... So... Certainly you are. Now, step up to the line of scrummage. The competition.
Don't let us keep you.
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't
Ballad for our ages. A thing of legend. Down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations.
You. I'm Auntie Cleo, and I endorse this message. Attention, valued employees. Auntie here to brighten your workday with a report on just how much money your toil is netting. It's time for profit forecast time, starting with product development.
Don't let us keep you.
Your performance at that facility went
What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing?
It is an...
Hold. Go ahead.
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total competitive domination. Yes, suppose we should.
I'm the head of our proprietary The Protectorate have a Auntie wants details on their methodology. Oh, do tell. Head refresh. Now, I assume you won't mind. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful. But we're most interested in the technology and its Can't say I like the sound of that.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive.
What else can you tell us about the place? But still, they keep on marketing it. Excellent. Along and... All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire...
So your preliminary chores are I remember. Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? We do so.
Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal for...
What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's...
Tut-tut, we're not here to discuss the archive. If all goes well, Auntie will outline our plans for it with you at a future to-be-determined date.
Damn right. Real marketing is gut-driven. It's not something you think about, it's something you feel. That is, convince someone to feel. Just leave the big picture ideating to us.
Yes, suppose we should move.
I'm the head of our proprietary... The Protectorate have a process, and he wants details on their methodology, Oh, do tell.
Of course you...
Head refresher Gould will... Now, I assume you won't... Our people will extract details about the... Can't say... What else can you tell us about? But still, they keep on marketing. Excellent. Well, along and more for... All right.
Congratulations.
So your preliminary... I remember you. Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? We do hope you'll So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. With Auntie's choice. Item, business is good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified. But we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work more. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters to run a petting zoo. Acquire and exploit the local fauna like it's your life's work. I get it. Between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot of volatility out there right now. The market hates uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no truck with the ambition deficient. Respect its subordinates. Spare me no gumption, and I promise we will all thrive. There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's Choice products. We have a wide range of goods for every budget.
Sounds like I got some Willard, reckon that's my way of saying I'd like to find out what exactly's...
Arbiter Rap Agent Ibarra refers to this as somatic tone.
I look forward to the reclam now. How might we be of use to one another?
Yes! Excellent! Take that reduction.
Don't tell anyone about that outburst. I must admit I first had doubts. Due to your association with a cult, I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know.
Ah, you've made such progress moving us toward an Order Anti's Choice Alliance. Everything seems to be going according to the plan, so when you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please, if you continue working for the Order alone, it will likely burn any possible bridge. Farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance.
Bending my ear? Speak freely. These rooms are strangely deserted. I admit I do not mind the lack of withering glares, though I wonder at the excess. Typically, the
Hello. Welcome to Kef Integration. Oh, she's a real top-of-class type. Smart, but also patient. Illicit? I'm not sure I understand your meaning. Oh, okay. Anything else I can help with? Certainly. Here you are. Please imbibe responsibly.
I hope you have good news for me. You remind me of my predecessor. Greedy as an equation is long. If only she'd had the wisdom to match. But I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Likewise, I'll remain in the garden, but who knows? It appears Horizon Point is, as a result, landing closer to the location of the Protector in order to modify it with the Rift data. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign Hyper.
A would-be tyrant doing something tyrannical. Who could have seen this coming?
The console's motives are unknown. While destruction may be warning.
Of course.
Once the modulator is secure, there is
This place is a nightmare beyond the most fevered delusion. And those soldiers, they do not look right.
There she is. The Providence. I'd have sacrificed pay to build a ship like that back on Triangle.
To determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all. Our duty to the Protectorate. None of us is
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Forever hanging between life and death.
Let us hope that whatever architect Forsaken logic operates within this flare doesn't. My armor may be rated for temperatures in the thousands, but I find lightning still standing. Let us find an alternate.
Guess we're about to find out where the mercenaries have choice.
Christine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop it. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
That's our ship. Guess we're about to find out whether Mercy is the right choice. Take the heat off you, Commander. Just say let me know when you need a distraction.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Helen?
Wait, Rookie? Commander? Is that you? No, this must be some kind of... My skin. It's burning. I feel something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in.
Oh, Helen. That's awful.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well? How do I know you won't come at me with murder in your eyes?
We'd like to help you.
You do seem like yourself, Commander. Everything...
She was alive when the rift engulfed the station. That's how she's here now.
Wait. There was something else. Sam, don't tell me.
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been.
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
That's right. It wouldn't do to have any distractions.
Oh. But everything ain't right, is it? That thing in the sky. It's done something to me, I think. And to say...
It's called reconstitution. The Protectorate are trying to put the whole station back to how it was before it was destroyed.
So I've come back from death to some... You can help me, though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
Careful.
How much time? With the way I'm bleeding out, I ain't sure how long I can hold on. Then go bring the fight to those bastards.
Can't believe it's come down to leaving you.
Don't.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like.
Yeah, all right. Hurry back, huh?
Providence is much too close for safety. That broker has disappeared. I do not like what this might imply. Destroyed once, and we shall destroy them again. Find a solution to this problem, or at least a path less likely to have us torn asunder.
Can't hear orders. Oh!
I shall reduce them to a slurry!
Do your job is a virtue. Every part is a call. Every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all.
Protect Arcadia! Where is my weapon?
This must be the Sovereign's office. Yes, money and power can't buy taste. Well, ain't that convenient? First nice thing the Sovereign's done for us.
Let us return to the Rift Terminal so we might continue on our way. We operate by the Sovereign's grace. Our accomplishments are his own. If he wished to take credit for a punishment I meted out, I would be delighted.
This is Scientist Bernard.
Another obstacle on our path overcome. Good work.
While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old spit lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Our brand fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
I feel dumber just having listened to that. Well, at least we know what we need to clear that rift.
Get the stick. We cannot doubt it. If we do not take that rover to the Providence, Arcadia may be consumed by these rifts.
Gunfire? We seem to have entered undetected. We best unseal the hangar to continue our ingress. My injuries are not superficial.
Subject, please note that any attempts to haggle, please make a request. This ship is only for authorized Protectorate If you are not a Protectorate subject, please purchase a weapon from this unit and shoot yourself, displaying... If you must, please make a request.
Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject, operating at peak efficacy.
Greetings, unscrupulous criminal element. Please note that by entering this restricted area...
I shall not stay your execution.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Hostile knives.
veritable mosaic of conflict stands ahead, Commander. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Carry this momentum through to the console.
I would vote in favor of fighting our way to the console. But if you do not, you should either locate an access card or keep away from our foes.
Anyway, the modulator has got to be on this deck. We should poke around, but quiet life. See what information we can uncover.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? This is a very... You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I order our automechs to smear you across the floor. Wait, we need all the assistance we can get. And since you seem to be a new transfer, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat in the Rift Chamber. Here, I'll lend you my access credentials. Of course, the console's vision for an ideal... Montserrat asserts that this is not how...
received word that you were here. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as, yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait. The IRC. I did not realize you were raw data. From whatever a rift engulfs is preserved, yes, but the essence of a thing is not. Like a sense of self, for example. Further, there is no proof that such data can be stabilized or even edited, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. Here, I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead. A deck.
Look at the size of the Rift modulator. Seems we shan't be using it. Not without...
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled esteemed council.
After much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator every test of reconstitution. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had, and we are now all of our that included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these.
This can't be right. If skip drives are causing the rifts, why are they showing up past the frontiers of known space?
It's a stumble, all right. But we'll have to worry about it later. Right now, we should concentrate on finding the console.
There you are, Commander. What happened? I thought you were looking for the rift modulator. Why does it still look like that out there? That's unacceptable. That complicates matters greatly.
We've the schematics for the modulator. Worst comes to worst.
So you've learned the art of a good contingency plan. Did you happen upon anything else that I should know about? In the deep reaches of space? I suppose that revelation should not come as not much more than you. Only that space is vast, and even with our but we will need to table this discovery and its implications for a later time. He may seem open to negotiation, but I would urge caution. If you denounce him or his plan outright, he will not
Chip away at weak spots is terribly roundabout. Might I propose we bludgeon him to death instead?
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it like...
This is it, Commander. Can't believe I wasted so many years sitting on my hands when I could have been out there making corpses of them that most deserve it. Sure don't hurt. You know, funny how life... All right.
So, here we finally stand. There's little doubt that he must be slain. And yet, I wish there were an alternative. He should have to rectify his wrongs and answer to Arcadia's people. I'm merely doing my... There was a time when all of this, not just confronting the Consul, but standing here beside you. Let us proceed.
I'd say it's been an honor, but, well, suppose we both know better by now. We'll succeed in our mission, Commander. We must.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
Throw as many of your lackeys into the grinder as you wish. You will answer for your crimes if I must part a sea of bodies to do so.
So passionately delivered, and yet so utterly incorrect. What you are witnessing is my saving of Arcadia, and ridding it permanently of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the... And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? I don't doubt that, yes. I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see you are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously tampered with her when you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists. I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element, but now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn. Even if he's not here to bask in it. For all your bluster, you seem more concerned with running your mouth. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall...
You used the peace talk.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it is... I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've It's only a crime in your estimation. When one clenches a decisive... Using the very rift Horizon Point, when the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to... Intrepid, aren't you? Well, our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce... But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood it is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future, one free of doubt and greed.
Beware, Commander. The Consul is a master manipulator.
You're entirely out of... And were I within reach, I would strike down this apostate dog myself. If you wish for me to entertain your argument, you will silence him.
Consul Emery Thoreau, I accuse you of perfidy of the highest degree. Traitorism against...
You overeager fools.
This is hardly my area of expertise, but I believe I understand. If we wish to halt Arcadia's destruction, this ship must be flown into the rift. Manually. I have looked death in the face before.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. Back on Greater Tranquility, you wish to give me a chance to atone for my...
If this is not some jest, then I misjudged you, DeVries. Being willing to make up for past misdeeds takes true iron.
One who chooses not to die needlessly. But if you are set on this, I would still join you.
I'd say Augustine's got this covered, but I've made that mistake before. It's been a privilege serving with you, Commander. Only makes sense that you leave the schematics with me, Commander. Don't worry. We'll use them and the process rift data to mass-produce modulators that can be operated at a safe distance. I will. You...
Salvation awaits, Commander. I'm itching to reach it.
In the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Augustine DeVries went along, knowing nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the parrot. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while, despite Niles' affection for Val, he didn't believe automechs like her should replace their human counterparts. Yet Niles was no longer part of the Earth Directorate, and he had no say. Inez, along with Ethel Tinsley and Dr. Rasmussen, in Auntie's experimental operation, yet they quickly ran low on resources. With Willard Conan having been demoted, Inez realized she had no utilizing what he learned alongside the commander. Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. Ever logical and distant from others, Marisol embraced violence as her solution to eliminate random variables from the equation. After Aza disbanded the Glorious Dawn, its members quietly tried to resume lives forever disrupted by the Arcadian conflict. As the cult's murderous legacy, forced to think for themselves after a lifetime of luxurious certainty, Protectorate hardliners banded together to preserve their society. Without the Order, Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. With unfettered access to skip drives, and its reputation untarnished by its still secret agreement with the Protectorate, the Earth Directorate became the dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe ending. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicable.
betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation.
Throw it.
So passionately delivered, and yet so utterly incorrect. What you are witnessing is my safe. Such bravado is unbecoming when you... Tell me, did you... It was... I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant very well. Horizon Point's destruction all... When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path. And I will do my intrepid, but it is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt. I've found when most people haven't a leg to stand on, they fall back into performative insouciance in an attempt to listen. Without this discovery, we may never have realized the power we now possess with the rifts. Yes, the Great Architect works in mysterious ways. What else can I do?
Beware, Commander.
And were I within reach, I would strike down this apostate dog myself.
If you've applied...
It's your time that's running out, not mine. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner, seeing it carried out. So you say.
Though you will not distract me from taking what is owed to us. And what is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim? I see. Well, the man was always a cynic. I find that attitude. The Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power. I will not be... Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours. And heresy!
I found her correspondence with the first bishop. She explicitly said she feared the Arcadian experiment would end as all similar projects did before it.
The Matriarch foresaw many things. To think that we were not... It is humbling. And it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. Yes, we have but regardless of how I may have misstepped before,
you allow your... If I had...
Do you want me to applaud you for your restraint? No. It doesn't matter what proof you bring before me. How do you... I didn't ruin him. He did what... And now, I am the sole defender of this land. His sacrifice will not be in vain. This is not the same. I am excising sickness from the whole. And our rift modulator possesses more power than anything you can imagine. Your data could be... And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary. Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then... It is better that we perish together as proud Protectorate, proud Arcadians. Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that, even through extreme hardship and the tyranny of corporatists? No. No. We have raised a stalwart people. There may yet be other ways to save my beloved Arcadia, but...
What? It seems we have a problem. The rift has... Well, destruction of Arcadia is imminent. Architect, help us.
There is. Though given your tenacity and a chance yet remains. We must bring the modulator as close to the rift as possible. However, when the rift folds in...
Are you sure there isn't just an off button? Maybe...
I'm not surprised your arrogance put us in this position. Even less surprised that you're now looking around, asking who will suffer to...
Let me be clear. I am not placing this burden upon your shoulders. I will give you time to vacate the ship. When you are clear, I will fly it into the rift myself. You are right. Arcadia will find its way without me. Think what you wish of me, but this is my
I will accompany him and ensure all goes as planned. It's only right that I complete the very mission I came here for. Thank you, Commander.
Then it is settled. We will see this work done.
And I'll be sure to burn every...
So then, when the Consul was faced with the undeniable errors in his logic, he chose to save Arcadia by closing the rift himself. He died hoping his sacrifice might make up. Augustine de Vries did not even have that hope left in her final moments. She knew nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Val continued despite Niall's affection for Val. Inez yet utilized ever logic after forced to think. Sovereign Varric was eventually despite the recent with unfettered access to skip drives and its reputation untarnished by its still secret agreement with the Protectorate. The Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be. The ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colonies, the danger is all of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent, but threw it up.
Why would de Vries betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. I already know. Just making conversation. Always here for you. It's not like I have a choice. Ah, you're back.